large bunch. Nice.
Wait, watch it, what?
Sorry?
Cloaks?
Clerks.
Oh, no, don't.
It's a movie. Never mind. It is now Pumpkin's turn. Okay, well, let's just say that you all died. Okay?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
coming.
Okay, so I will begin with the different settings. One of the first setting is based on the video game Arcanum of Steamwork and Magica Obscura. It is pretty much the world of Tolkien, or the world of D&D with halflings, gnomes, half-orcs, half-ogres, and everything that entails, except sped up, so with the technology sped up, so that it's reached the Industrial Revolution. So, because of this, there is a lot of accent on the conflict between technology and magic, and it's not so much a conflict like with war, with technology having an army and magic having an army. It's more a cultural conflict, more than anything else, and it also takes from the exploration aspect that Jules Verne has, and its love of progress. So it has this dichotomy where magic is seen as this thing that used to be very important in the old days, but we don't need it anymore because we have technology, and technology is seen as like the future, which works well because D&D has always been, at least the Forgotten Realms has always been technologically stagnant, while the world of Jules Verne was all about progress. You will be able to play as any sort of character from the magic and technology spectrum. So you can be a mage, you can also be an inventor, like pick the gadgeteer trait and just generally make inventions and stuff like that. And at the same time, you'll also be able to choose many races. For example, okay, the list of races that you can pick is human, elf, half ogre, half orc, dwarf, gnome, and halfling, and they are each very different than the D&D counterpart. For example, the elves, usually in D&D, the fact that they are immortal does not have much to do with it, but in this game, the fact that they're immortal means that they cannot adjust to the progress of technology as fast, which means that they are pretty much like your 80-year-old grandpa, except they feel like that from birth for like the next 600 years that they live or so. So most of them are very a lot like an old man, so kind of emotionally not unstable, but I think you guys get what I'm saying, right?
I get what you're saying. I think that one sounds cool.
Yes, and you have the dwarfs who, due to their culture, they do not believe in technology the way it is used. They do know that it works, and they can understand it, as opposed to the elves. However, they just don't want to have anything to do with it due to their culture. They believe that a dwarf should be able to pull his own weight, as it were, and to use machinery to do that seems as against the nature of a dwarf. And then we have gnomes, gnomes know the way money flows, and no matter the progress of technology, the way money flows has been generally the same. So they have not been affected much. The way they have acted has changed. So now they are more aristocratic than before. They are pretty much analogous to real life 19th century Jews. So you've got like a small group of them which are really, really rich, and you've got a really large bunch of them who are rather poor, but people still think they are rich just because of the stereotype of the minority of them. And then you've got halflings. Halflings have, like elves, do not like technology and have retreated, have secluded themselves, and no drawing, please.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay. And you all play as explorers, more or less. That is the focus of the campaign. It's based heavily on Jules Verne, as I've said, and a heavy part of that was exploring the world and seeing what you can find. Except now you don't just find speculative fiction elements, you can also find elements of the age gone past. You can find remnants of the last dragon, a dragon skeleton. You can find magical ruins and other such elements. So that is pretty much the first setting.
I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have the second setting. This one is based on Frank Frazetta's paintings. It is also based on Tales of a Solar Patrol, the GURPS book, which you might have heard about. You are playing as veterans of a psychic war, and you have just lost that war. So it is due to you guys having lost that war, your whole species has been wiped out, except for maybe you guys and maybe a few more. You don't really know, and you were pretty much the last hope that the universe had. So the universe, as of this moment, is pretty much in a steady decline. And your last hope was a dream that you had, that your god had sent to you, which gave you hope that if you get back to your home planet, to your home shrine, which is millions of years distance, away, and you don't have a ship, you will have to use obelisks on planets and hopefully like teleport from one place to another. And if you manage to get there, you might, maybe, you're not too sure. The vision was not very accurate, but really it's the last hope that you have. And it's heavily based on the Frank Frazetta paintings and on Samurai Jack. So it's you guys traveling on many different planets with many different people and many different kind of animals.
Who were we in war against in this scenario?
You were at war with really dark, like the kind of like the dark side of the psychic world. So they are creatures which feed on the psychic energy of those around you. The problem is, this psychic energy is also what keeps people alive. And not just people, but every single being. They are pretty much, they're not even beings, they are anti-beings. They are just empty vessels in space, usually wearing a cloak, and the cloak is pretty much filled with void. Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
And
they're basically Dementors.
That's the only way to see it.
That's Shark Life energy, not memories.
I was thinking more Discworld Auditors, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. I love that book. I just read it like 3 weeks ago. For like the 4th time.
Well, there are actually more. It's actually more than one book. There's like.
I'm talking about Time Thief specifically, because that one is a big role of.
Well, they do appear. They do appear in more than one book. That's what I was going at. But yeah, in Time Thief, they were pretty awesome. Anyway, so that's pretty much the second one. You will be playing as people who are injured by the psychic war, so you will all be in some way or other scarred, perhaps missing a big part of your head, or maybe having a hole where your heart should be, some stuff like that. And you all begin with psychic powers and may develop more as time goes on. Also, the point total to the Arcanum campaign will be 250, and for this one it will be also 250.
Dang.
Yeah,
They all gonna be 250?
yeah, both of them will be 250. Most of them.
Are these
Sorry?
are these the are two options? Oh no, here's a new one.
Yeah, they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total.
Oh boy.
6 in total. Yeah.
I kind of like the Arcanum one.
This is okay. So this is based on the Dungeon Fantasy books. So pretty much everyone who played GURPS 4th edition knows these books. They are based on the old school type of D&D. So it's based around dungeon crawling and being very close to dying. This one is also going to be sandbox. The general plot is the fact that the evil wizard Yerna has pretty much conquered most of the known world, and he has been ruling with an iron fist, and you guys are some of the only ones who are against his rule, and you're pretty much just mercenaries, just adventurers going from one dungeon to the other, trying to gain more power and maybe money. The XP that you'll get, or character points as you will be gained by paying points. So by paying money.
Whoa.
So for example, if you are a barbarian, you pay money in brothels or other stuff. And that's how you get character points. While if you are, say, a paladin, or holy warrior, you pay the character points and you get you pay the money to a church and you get the character points. Which is and that's how it's gonna work. And it's gonna be sandbox, so you don't need to do a dungeon. Once you enter the dungeon, you don't need to explore most of it. You probably shouldn't, because most of it is gonna be really deadly. So you just get XP according to how much loot you get, right? So you don't need to try and kill everyone, and you probably shouldn't try and kill everyone in a dungeon. And you can leave the dungeon anytime you want. Come back later. I will try and do it a sandbox style world, so we can go back here, we can go back there. Sometimes a place will be way higher in power than you can handle it. Sometimes it's gonna be way less. So So yeah, this is the one. It's based heavily on the Wizardry games, if any of you guys played them, or Bard's Tale, which were
I played Bard's Tale a little bit, not a lot.
Which one? The 3D one or the 80s one?
Oh, it was the 30 one.
Oh, then no, it's just in name. But
Alright.
yeah, anyway, the point is it's pretty much an old school type RPG. Okay, and then we got okay, the image isn't really relevant, but I just wanted to have something, so we actually this world is pretty much similar to our own, except there are super villains. There are no superheroes, but there are supervillains, and there was one in particular which pretty much managed to make the entire world kneel for like 2 years before he got killed. He was called Professor Evil.
How original.
So cliche.
You can try to guess what his character trait was.
Evil?
Yes.
I thought he was neutral.
See, I thought he was a pacifist.
Did he like
So,
put his little finger up to his mouth and look at the camera?
he was not that cliche, but
No, he was Pinky in the Brain kind of evil.
no, he was generally evil. He was just not very self-aware.
Oh, so he was fat.
What?
I'm just kidding. Just continue.
Yeah, I just didn't get it. But okay, so you pretty much play as students in the Academy of Supervillainy.
Awesome. Fucking.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Oh.
you have all been recruited. Maybe you have superpowers. Maybe you have magic. Maybe you have whatever. You get 40 points. You can do pretty much anything you want within reason. Like I will try and make templates. You do not have to follow them, but you know,
40 points? What?
400. Sorry.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Which is like, yeah, and you will once in the school, it's heavily based on Planetary, the comic book, a blend of Planetary and what's it called, Ender's Game. There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's the
Alright.
name of the movie. I've been looking for it. Thank you.
I
I'll write
was
it down.
referring to the book, but okay.
The books
never
are
mind,
a lot
I-
better than the movie. Trust me.
Never mind
Yeah.
that. It's just I was trying to look for that movie anyways, and now I got the name.
The books are really good. Also
Yeah,
slightly
they're really
homosexual despite the writer's political views.
Unless they have it on soundbook,
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna. I don't
Anyway,
know, yeah.
so the point of the school is that everything is heavily monitored, which it looks like it's heavily monitored. However, there are places where there aren't. So it's a very large part of trying to play nice when being monitored, and then just trying to dish everything you've got at your opposition when you are not being monitored.
So this is like a school for villains, but villains can't attack villains within the school.
Yes, the
grounds.
point of the school is to make the next Doctor Evil.
Oh,
To find the next Doctor Evil, and everyone is trying to push them, so like they're trying to kick everyone else in the face just so they can get higher up the ladder.
Nice.
this is
Yes.
fucking great.
That one sounds like a shitload of fun.
Yeah.
I want to
That
play
one
that
sounds
one more.
fun.
I want to
Alright,
play that
alright.
one.
What's the next one?
No, fuck the next one. I'm just kidding.
No,
What's
we
the next one?
have to. We
Let's
have
play
to.
this
What if the next one's even? It's
Yeah,
better.
okay,
We just
next
skip them
one.
all.
Okay, Kung Fu, Wuxia.
Ooh, skip this one. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on.
Come on, this
It's
actually
awesome.
sounds kind of cool.
Okay, so you guys all start as a pig farmer's sons and daughters, and this is a time in the Chinese history when there's like a succession crisis and everyone is vying for power. It is at this point that a man or a woman like you, like just a pig farmer's son, can try and attain power, since everything is so unstable. It's a lot of accent put on developing yourself as a character, so you start very weak, like you get 150 points, but you get really powerful. Like you can potentially get more than 500 for more than 400 of the previous setting. The entire idea of the setting is trying to get more techniques. You begin by being a part of a zodiac. So, for example, if you're a tiger, you have a technique that makes you hit like a tiger, as it were, and you keep getting techniques that are more unique towards you, mostly by studying other people. And this is a world where every person has the potential for greatness. So even beggars, even merchants, they all have their own unique style of martial arts. And there is drunken master kung fu. There is kung fu for martial arts style for the retarded. There is a martial arts style for
Holy crap.
I bleed,
Yes.
making me the victim.
and it like there are two books, Martial Arts and Powers. We will not be using the first one at all. We'll be using most of the second one. It's that kind of
Is there water bending?
most of the powers will be based on old kung fu shows. So everything that can be made using really cheap effects on TV.
Aww.
This one sounds cool, but I'm still leaning towards the super villain one. Just
Oh
because-
yeah, me too.
Was this the last one?
yeah, the super villain.
And the last one is superheroes. Except, okay, so there's a browser game called Twilight Heroes. The entire point, the entire point of that browser game is that you're just some guy. You just got fired from your job. You go back home, find out you've been robbed. You get mugged on the way back home, and you just get so pissed off. You got nothing better to do, so you just get a mask, put on a mask, and you start going outside and beat people up.
Ugh. I googled Twilight Heroes and it just was a Twilight movie thing with a bunch of faces. So no.
It's there. I just went to the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
I'm
it's pretty
terrified.
much the campaign that I was talking about to some of you about being in the country that is slightly off its rocker. This is pretty much that campaign, but yeah, you're just like you're some guy compared to.
We don't get
some-
superpowers, do we? It's just like
Okay, so the point of this campaign is other superhero fiction. It's all about okay, I get superpowers or I get money. Now I can do stuff. This is about you being possibly the worst people to do this kind of shit. Like you literally have half of the day. You need to spend half of the day to work.
so. This is like Kick-Ass.
Yeah, I was just about to say, wasn't there a movie
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like this? The first Kick-Ass was like this, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
The second one was a lot different.
Yeah.
The first Kick-Ass. I'm
actually,
talking
I was-
about the one like back in
actually-
the late 90s.
Actually, a more influence was the Super movie, which was about a religious fanatic who started getting visions and started buying comics, and then started getting buying tools and whacking people over the head with them. But
You're not talking about
Yeah.
Bible Man or something like that.
sorry,
Bible Man.
You're not talking about Bible Man or something like that.
no, the movie is literally called Super.
Okay.
It has Ellen Page with it, and Ellen Page tries to rape the main character. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is like the opposite of the villain one, just with us dressing up in costumes and like getting beaten up a lot.
Well, you don't get beat up a lot. Like, people, it won't be that cruel.
Okay.
You won't get beat up a lot. Like, you are more likely to get beat up in the other one because, these kids are really cruel.
So is this the
But it
last
still
one?
sounds so cool.
Sorry? Say that again?
Oh, I said, well, the
Not you. I
the
heard.
one just sounds
I heard
so
what you
cool.
said. The other,
Oh, okay.
the other person.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this the last one?
Yes.
Okay. So you removed and changed up some things.
Yeah. I moved and stuff.
But
So yeah, these are pretty much it.
I still vote on the supervillain stuff.
Alright, I vote supervillain too. Yeah, I'll just do the school one.
Okay, so
Oh, my phone's
everyone is School of Villainy.
Villainy.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Great.
what are we allowed to use? Like, books are we allowed to use? for this?
My phone's retarded.
Well, a big part of it was trying to go after planetary, like model itself as after planetary, sorry. So I would advise you guys to look for superheroes in fiction and superpowers and stuff like that, and just tell me what kind of archetype you want to make first.
I already have like a superhero or super person villain in my mind.
Also, you don't necessarily need to have powers. You can also be with magic. Oh, magic will be ritual path magery,
Okay.
by the way. So it won't be magery, normal magery. It will be using a different
Are
system.
you in your car or something?
Yes, that is me. I'm taking my laundry about 100 yards away to the laundromat, and it looks like it's about to storm.
So yes,
You have
You
internet
can-
in your car? Never mind.
I am taking my laundry in my car to
Also,
the
we'll be
laundromat
making
about 100
the-
yards away.
also we'll be making the characters next time together.
Oh.
So yeah,
Can we not make them in private?
like you can get ideas and like say it, but I need to be there, especially when it's so free form like this.
what I mean is, can we not like call you separately and make the
And make a separate character so that the other ones don't know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Also, then we don't have to use the playtime on creating characters.
What we don't have to use?
We don't have to use up the time we're going to play in.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm just trying to conserve the time.
Yeah, and okay, so there are about 3 different ways you can get recruited in this school. One is you have shown to have supernatural powers. Second one is you have managed to find out something you should not have. So, for example, you are a world-class genius, like a billionaire genius, and you have managed to find out about some of the databases, in which case they have been impressed and they have recruited you. Another one is if you've managed to kill one of their employees.
Nice.
So, and another one is if you have managed to show a magical ability. So yeah. Also, generally, if you're not from this if you're not from Earth, you are just generally accepted.
So if you're an alien or a world jumper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, this is probably the most GURPS one of the bunch. So yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
Really
Brilliant.
fun. I already have a couple ideas of what I want to do. I just
Oh,
gotta.
I'm kicking around some ideas too.
I gotta get my books out, see what I can find.
I've already fucking created one in my head. I spent like, I don't know. Like
Also,
3
I would
hours
like to
looking
mention
through
that
it.
every single bit of like pop culture, like okay, not every single bit, but about 60% does not exist as in pop culture form. So most of the comics in that world do not exist. They exist as normal people. So for example,
Oh.
Sherlock Holmes was a real person. Arsène Lupin was a totally real person.
Oh.
Oh, but how many points do we get again? 250?
400.
400?
400?
Yeah, 400.
Yeah.
400. Okay, jeez, that's a lot more than before. Okay. Okay.
It's about Monster Hunter's level, which is the level of cinematic action that I'm leaning towards.
Hey,
Which,
when you-
Okay.
by the way, if you guys want any, yeah, we should totally use the Monster Hunter templates as inspiration because they are pretty good, and they have exactly 400 points.
Hey, Pavel, when you're done with this, I would like to create my character right away, if that's okay with you.
Right away, I don't know if I can.
Okay.
Like maybe in a few days or so.
Okay, just let me know over Skype, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll message you. Can you post a link about the Monster Hunters thing?
I will send it on the group to everyone.
Okay.
Like it's pretty thematic, so instead of we should change like the flavor as it were, because it's based on a monster hunting campaign, obviously enough, and yeah, some of it is yeah, there you go. So instead of hidden lore, for example, vampires, you just get hidden lore psychics or stuff, you know.
Or aliens or
Or
something.
aliens, or yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, and
Told you it was such a short distance from my apartment to my laundry. And this jerk parked really close to me. That was mean. And of course I'm American, so I drive a big car.
I don't get it. You don't have anything to overcompensate for. I said you don't have anything to overcompensate for.
Don't go there.
You're
No.
female.
No. He didn't. Nah. If he doesn't hear you the first time, don't repeat it.
But no, we actually need a big vehicle because we do electrical side work. But yeah,
Demon
it
Spawn.
seems to be an American thing. You drive a big car.
Oh, there are all kinds of templates here.
Yes, you have templates for a gun-wielding maniac, you have templates for a sword-wielding maniac, you have templates for genetically altered maniac, you have all kinds of maniacs. You also have a genius maniac.
What about
yeah.
ghosts?
You can be like half angel and stuff.
That's why I want to like speak with you this as early as possible, so I can like think about stuff.
Yeah, well,
But what did you say it would
okay,
cost to be a...
you'll use Inhuman, and then, like, Inhuman is 200 points of normal human, and then 200 points of racial template, and we will discuss the racial template.
Wait, what did you say? 100 for Inhuman and...
200. 200 for... Okay, so Inhuman
Yeah?
is divided into two. It's 200, the sheet that you see in front of you, like all the stats and abilities and whatnot, and there's another 200 which is affected by what kind of race you are, what kind of inhuman you are. So for example, if you're a vampire, that's 200. If you're a werewolf, that's 200. So we would just change the 200 to be more specific to your needs.
So I'll have to pay 400?
Yeah, well, obviously.
But being a lycanthrope only costs 200.
Yes, well, yeah.
Shouldn't I
Well,
just pay
okay,
200 then?
look, here's the thing. 200 is 200 for being human and 200 for being able to change into lycanthrope.
Does it really cost money to be human?
Okay, look at Inhuman. Do you see in advantages? At some point it says one of the 200 racial templates.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That 200 racial template will be the ghost thing, or whatever you want.
Okay.
So you have 200 to spend on like humans type stuff and 200 to spend on whatever supernatural you are type stuff.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
that is
okay.
That is what I was going for.
Also, I like have 200 for my stats and like perks
Yes.
and stuff and
Yes.
advantages, and 200 for like ghost powers.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it sounded like to me.
No.
Is that correct?
Да. Ah, okay. Okay, sorry.
Is that correct, or
I did not hear anything, so...
that I have like 200 to spend on my human abilities and 200 to spend on my ghost powers?
Well, if you use the template here, like, if you want to, you can just be 400 of ghost powers, but then you wouldn't be a very well-built character. That's why I want to use the template, so we make sure that we don't make any stupidly unplayable characters.
Can I use 300 on the ghost form and 100 on the character? Because I know that going through walls costs 100 and possession costs 150.
We will, like...
And then I
we
could
will
use
make...
like don't sleep, don't eat, and don't breathe. That's also 50. So it would be 300 to be a ghost.
We will add limitations to that. Like, you will not be able to do some things under certain conditions.
Okay.
That's how we're gonna get the cost down. Because if you make just a normal character with just 100, you will have skills really low, really low, which means that in average situations, which you will find yourself in those kinds of situations, you will fail horribly.
But
So,
I don't need skills, because I just possess people and use their skills. You know what I mean?
except that's not always gonna work.
Yeah, but it's not like I have telekinesis and can interact with the real world. Yeah.
Well, as I've said, that those abilities may not always work. Like, they may be deactivated. It's like Superman. Superman is completely powerful, but kryptonite, you know?
Okay, so you say we all have like super weaknesses.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
why you get limitations.
okay, so it's do we roll for what the weakness is, or
No, you can. We will decide as GM and player.
okay?
Okay. Does anyone have any like ideas what they want to do? So I can, try and look up the powers,
I was thinking of being some kind of like alien. I don't know, like from outer space or
like
maybe from a different plane.
Starfire thing.
Oh, maybe. Or like something from like a different plane, maybe, kind of Farscape-ish. I don't know.
Okay.
Like Starfighter or Farscape.
Um. So what you're trying to say is you want to be like a power, like have super strength, have super speed, stuff like that.
Um,
Because you need to tell me which kind of what your abilities mechanically would be, because then we can say, oh yeah, you're from space, you're from wherever. That's not so
okay.
that's not so hard, but
I'm still thinking. I don't know.
it sounds a lot like you want to make an experiment,
Yeah, there we go.
like the template,
There we go.
which
Let's do that.
has strength 15, dex 13, IQ 13, blah, blah, blah. You also get bio enhancement, and if you go to powers, chapter 4, and go to bio enhancement, you will see a number of bio enhancement abilities, possible bio enhancement abilities,
Uh-huh.
such as cerebral motor multitasking, which allows you to attack twice, or three times, or adrenal muscular trigger, which allows you to get increased strength for a few seconds, or supernatural breath holding, eagle eyes, blah blah.
I'll look at
Enhanced
that.
speed, enhanced ground move, super jump.
Said it was chapter 4,
Yes. So
Alright,
page 42
page 42 of the player book, or
of the template of the book that I send you right now,
okay.
Monster Hunter.
I'll check that when I log in on my computer.
Okay.
I can't open it from my phone.
I just want to. Yeah, I know you. If I use 300 on the ghost form and 100 on the person form, I mean, I am going to take like penalties to being greedy and a coward and stuff like that, anyways.
You will not be able to take so much. Like, you get like up to minus 50 or so. Well, not minus 50. What's the
But isn't it
thing?
like the average thing to have 150
10 minus 20?
to use on your character?
Sorry?
Isn't it the average number, like 150, to use on a character?
It heavily depends. Like, depends on the power of the campaign. There is no set default. A normal person is like 50.
Yeah, that's
Points,
what I
and
mean. An average person.
an
I
average
guess,
person is 50.
because I'm like an
Well,
average
yeah, but
person
again,
with superpowers.
again, if you were part of a like, it depends a lot on the genre. Like, a character in say a Buffy, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, even normal people were really extremely competent. Like, you had normal people who would just sometimes take stuff from vampires' hands, even though vampire have like extreme agility and grace and should therefore not be able to lose that stuff. Like, if you do it like this, then doing normal stuff will just seem completely impossible to you.
Okay. But is
Okay.
this a world where everyone, where the civilians are badass?
Well, there won't be any civilians. You will be in a school full of badasses.
But I mean, like, if you're going to rob a bank, the civilians are not, like, super powered people.
Oh, yeah, just normal criminals. Yeah, they are normal people, but they don't get accepted to this school.
I know, but I'm saying that, like, like I'm a normal civilian person with like 50 personal points that has superpowers or super.
Okay, Ryder.
Yes, but it's about genre conventions.
Okay.
Is what I
Okay.
meant. Okay, so we got a gadgeteer, we got a ghost thing, and we got an alien who is probably gonna go with
Gadgeteer.
super strength and agility and stuff, and Grant.
I'm going to be a summoner / creator of some sort.
Uh,
I'm not sure
Like-
what yet.
a magical summoner, or
I'm not sure. I'm considering all options.
summoning can get, like, in GURPS, it can get rather not silly, but weird.
Oh, I'm sure. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm probably gonna do like just a specific type of summoning. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking to see what I can find.
Anyway, so I think, guys, I should log off at this point. So, been fun.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
See you next week, except Des, I guess, because, yeah,
Before that.
Well, yeah, I'm
probably,
gonna see you on
because-
Friday.
yeah.
Also because we have to make characters before then. So yeah. See you then.
Great.
I guess.
See you.
Yep. Bye.